Und Hallöchen zurück bei Final Fantasy XVI, Episode 56 müsste es sein. Und ja, wie wir in der letzten Episode schon mitgekriegt haben, das Ruckeln ist weg, beziehungsweise ich habe es geschafft, dass es nicht mehr ruckelt, indem ich einfach das Spiel von der SSD auf die auf den internen Speicher kopiert habe. Und ja, das war der Trick dahinter. Da ist offensichtlich die SSD, die ich eingebaut habe, zu langsam. Und jetzt gehe ich zum Mit und rede endlich mal mit ihr.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
War sonst was neu hier? Nee.
If I don't come up with something soon.
All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then? Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to. The engine plating's basically just a very efficient conductor. Create a thermal gradient across it and the heat radiates outwards, which... You know what, just show the plans to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
Okay. So, jetzt habe ich hier ein neues Item bekommen. Aggregatpanzerung Entwurf. Eine Anleitung für den Bau einer Panzerung für Wärmeschub-Aggregate. Wärmeverschub-Aggregate, die überschüssige Hitze von einem Metrederantrieb ableiten. Enterprise hieß doch auch, glaube ich, das Schiff im 3. Teil, oder? Oder im 1. Teil? Eins der Schiffe. Auf jeden Fall gab es in irgendeinem vorherigen Final Fantasy Teil schon mal diesen Namen als Flugschiff. So, jetzt gehe ich nochmal hier. Oh.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look. Always something in there.
Was brauche
I
ich
wasn't
hier?
expecting you back so.
550.
Come again. I may have more for you.
So, ich kann aber mit... Ich habe eine tolle Geschichte für dich, Clive. Weißt du, vor langer Zeit reiste ich in Insel westlich von Sturmkupo.
You mean the Iron Kingdom?
Also in unserer Sprache nennen wir sie die Öfenkupo und die Meeresengel, die sie vom Sitz sind, nennen wir die Abschreckwanne oder auch kurz die Wannekupo. Jedenfalls reißt sich entlang der benediktische Küste, als ich in der Ferne heller Lichter und dunkle Schatten sah. Neugierig flatterte ich über das Wasserkupo. Ich dachte, vielleicht sehe ich dort tatsächlich riesige glühende Schmiedeöfenkupo. Stattdessen fand ich nichts als eine volle überzogene Felsen, über die sich Lava. Aber nach allem, was ich über die Menschen dort gehört habe, hat sich das Beste, dass ich nicht länger dort geblieben bin, Kupo. Das ist so bekloppt, dass man das nicht wegdrücken kann, oder dass das halt, ja, so schnell weg ist. Der Zerstörer der Welten. Ja, der ist, ich weiß, wo der ist, aber, habe ich auf dem Bild gesehen jetzt schon, aber Level 45, da traue ich mich noch nicht so ran. Oh, hier ist chill.
It's good to have you back. I was worried.
I heard what you told Nan about Kupka. Hopefully all our old friends can rest easy now.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Hell with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though. And I'll need help. Get Gavinotto in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, hasn't she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual saw grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, and we can get this over with.
Dampf ablassen 1. Okay.
Up to you who you take to the desert. I mean, Gav's good in a fight, but he don't have my winning personality.
Ah, don't listen to him. You'll be in the lowest of low company with either of us.
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Ich nehme mal Otto mit.
Otto, you're with me.
All right then. Where do we find this Stardust, and how will we know it when we see it?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
And I'm guessing you'll be needing sack loads of the stuff. Might be worth our importers at the Dalimil Inn. I'll head down there. See about finding us a wagon.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
Yous two take care, eh? I'll go and see the supplier.
Just don't let the bastard fleece you, eh?
Ah, he wouldn't do that. He's Blackthorn's mate. Isn't he?
Best of luck.
I'll head down to Dalimil, see about hiring us a wagon. Wait for me by the river.
Don't you worry about me. I can smell a swindle from half the twins away.
Okay. Dann gehen wir mit Otto mal in die Wüste. Boah, wie schnell das geht, Alter. Bin begeistert. Ich bin wirklich... Oh. Ich hatte mir so eine Sorgen gemacht, dass die PlayStation stirbt oder dass irgendwas kaputt ist oder... Oh.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Otto?
Aber jetzt ist ja alles... Oh. Eine Sorge weniger. Das sind zwar natürlich erste Weltsorgen, aber ihr versteht.
Otto, sorry I'm late.
Ah, Clive. I had a quick scout about, and I reckon this area's our best bet. Seems Blackthorn's the only one who thinks smithing with his Stardust stuff's a good idea. It's just lying here, waiting for any old fool to fill his boots.
But unlike any old fool, you thought to bring a wagon.
Well spotted. Now get filling. There's plenty of the stuff about. May as well grab what we can, eh?
Okay. Oh, wie schön das aussieht. So grün und blau. Es ist nicht das realistischste Wasser, was ich jemals gesehen habe in einem Videospiel, aber irgendwie sieht hübsch aus.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
So. Ah, hier.
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Otto's getting on.
How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Sternsand. Legenden besagen, dass einst ein Stern vom Himmel fiel und ein Krater in die damekische Wüste schlug, aus dem die Quelle des Flusses Valkyrie entsprang. Also ich habe 5 Hände voll jetzt hier in der Hosentasche gehabt.
Me? Put it all together and I can't see Blackthorn complaining. Much. Here, Clive. Do you fancy a walk? Sid would be proud.
Of what?
Of you, you idiot. The way you've carried on what he started. When we first met, I had you down as a spoiled little puppy who enjoyed nothing more than biting the hand that fed you. But 5 years on, you're the one doing the feeding. So thanks for proving me wrong.
You weren't wrong. But I changed. Thanks to Sid. And thanks to you. When I suggested taking on his name, you were the first to back me. And if you hadn't, no one else would have. I couldn't have done any of this without you, Otto.
Yo, get over. You're making me blush. All I did was choose hope over despair. I gave you a chance, yes, but you're the one who took it. You took a rabble of homeless, hopeless outcasts and put them back on their feet. Gave them something worth fighting for, just like the old Cid did. About time I was heading back, I reckon. All this scrabbling about in the sand's taken its toll on the old pins.
I'll see you back at the hideaway then. You can take a well-earned rest when you get there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. But I'll make sure Blackthorn gets his precious black sand before I put my feet up. He'll only moan otherwise.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
So.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
How'd you lot get on? I brought back all that stuff Blackthorn asked for.
There you are. Blackthorn's got his precious stardust, in case you were wondering.
Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
Nice to get out and about for once. Let's do it again sometime, eh?
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Auftrag abgeschlossen.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
So, ich werde aber nochmal in Aretestein gehen und das Aussehen nochmal auf normal alles machen. Obwohl, den mag ich eigentlich ganz gerne so. Genau, und bei der Waffe, die lasse ich auch original. Weil ich mag das ganz gerne, wenn alles original ist. So wie die Entwickler das wollten. Ist natürlich cool, dass die jetzt so Outfits hinzugefügt haben, und wäre natürlich cool, wenn da noch mehr kommen würde in Zukunft. Meine DLC ist ja schon mehr oder weniger angekündigt.
Ain't so bad stretching your legs once in a while. Should do it more often.
After Drake's breath.
Und tja, aber es ist überhaupt noch nicht bekannt, was in dem DLC passiert. Ursprünglich hieß es ja, das Spiel kommt ohne Zusatzinhalte raus. Also es war vor der Veröffentlichung noch kein DLC geplant, aber jetzt natürlich, weil die Fans das Spiel so lieben, mir eingeschlossen, haben die sich halt dazu entschlossen, was dazu zu entwickeln. Bin gespannt.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. One down, two to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Talk to her back there, you know, thingy. She'll tell you exactly which bits of which ruin we need. You just need to go and find them.
Apropos Dingsbums, da habe ich jetzt so ein Bild gesehen, da sind so von verschiedenen Ländern die Äquivalente von dem deutschen Dingsbums. Im amerikanischen ist es whatchamacallit, im britischen ist es Thingamajig, glaube ich. Und im polnischen ist es wie heißt er. Das ist mit J geschrieben und so zusammengeschrieben, aber es ist aus dem Deutschen, wie heißt er? Wie heißt er? Quasi, ne? Das ist lustig und das wurde mir quasi bestätigt, dass Polen das tatsächlich so sagen.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Dampferblassen 2. Auftrag verfolgen. Okay. Ich hätte es extrem witzig gefunden, wenn sie jetzt in dem Untertitel quasi Dingsbums gehießen hätte und Clive unsicher gewesen wäre, wie er sie anspricht. Das hätte ich lustig gefunden, ja. Gib dich zu Lauberts Forstweg. Aha. Wie heißt er?
To a storehouse in the bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Was ist denn hier los? Ach so, die machen ja sich jetzt hier bereit, ne? Den Dings anzugreifen. Dort muss ich hin. Okay.
What you have to do.
I won't let you down.
That his lordship's vultures should be found circling the village can mean only one thing. That he means to strike at us before we can strike at him. There is no time to lose. The final stage of our plan must be put into motion.
das noch irgendeine Relevanz dann hat später. Wir dann eine Nebenmission kriegen, wo wir da mitmachen oder wo wir denen helfen oder so.
Come, my children, the reckoning is nigh.
I know you're all afraid, but now is not the time for shilly-shallying. We've planned long and hard for this.
Krass. Das ist halt total cool, das macht halt die Welt lebendig, indem es hier quasi eine Story gibt, mit der wir eigentlich absolut gar nichts zu tun haben. Und die aber halt sozusagen Teil dieser Welt hier ist. Ne? Also, das ist cool. Das ist halt nur so eine Nebengeschichte sozusagen. Ne? Also, ist ja jetzt hier nicht Teil der Hauptstory. Zumindest noch nicht. Ich weiß nicht, vielleicht kommt das ja noch. Aber bisher ist das ja nur so... Das ist einfach was passiert. Und genau das macht eine Welt lebendig. Ach, komm.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
The pieces we need are in the ruins, just over there, as is the terrifying monster.
Ich habe mir jetzt schon überlegt, dass ich auf jeden Fall noch einen zweiten Run machen werde, in der Final Fantasy Schwierigkeit, also für die Trophäe auch. Und vielleicht mache ich das auch im Grafikmodus und vielleicht wird das auch Teil dieses offiziellen Let's Plays. Mal gucken. Oh.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Ungebetener Gast. So. Bestie bezwungen.
things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Auftrag abgeschlossen. Das Auge des Kriegers. Nur wer sich schon einmal im Auge einer tosenden Schlacht wiederfand, weiß um seinen Segen und seinen Fluch. Bericht eines Überlebenden der Belagerung von Stonehenge. Verlängert die Dauer des Effekts von Stärke Tonika um 10 Sekunden. Okay.
Your work is done, Sid. We'll take care of the rest. Let Mid know she'll have her helm very soon, would you?
Okay. Hier vorne war noch ein Item. Oh, nee. So, Reißzahn. Okay. Na dann.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
Jetzt hätten wir das holen können, aber das können wir nachher ja auch noch machen.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
I've been going round in circles trying to find something sturdy enough to withstand the fire of the engines, but light enough not to sink the ship. Should have bothered old Tomes sooner. If anyone knows something I don't, it'll be him.
Ein verwirrender Bauplan, der durch die vielen Fragezeichen, die ihn verzieren, noch verwirrender wird. Ist es nicht einfach Mithril, was die jetzt dann verwenden wollen? Also nehme ich mal an. Weil laut der Final Fantasy Lore ist Mithril extrem stabil und robust, aber auch leicht.
I know what you're going to tell me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Jetzt kommen wir eh nochmal hier vorbei. Jetzt habe ich den falschen angeklickt.
You watch yourself out there, all right?
Dir wollte ich reden.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Das Schicksal der Träger. So wenige bemühen sich ehrlich darum, das Elend der am Kristallfluch Leidenden zu lindern. Aber wenn wir das, was noch auf uns zukommt, überleben wollen, dann müssen wir zusammenhalten, egal ob Träger oder nicht. Und du bist derjenige, der uns das gelehrt hat.
You earned this.
Ein Freund in Nordstedt.
All done?
Are you still running round after Mid? Oh, you poor bastard.
Wer steht denn hier? Ach, herrlich.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Okay, ne, Mithril war ja schon Teil der... oder Teil des Bauplans. Habe ich das jetzt falsch interpretiert?
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Okay, das ist natürlich cool, dass man dann verschiedene Szenen auch kriegt. Nehme ich mal an. Oh, jetzt habe ich das nicht angenommen.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
Ja, deswegen den zweiten Run im Final Fantasy Modus. Ja, dann muss ich dann die andere Person mitnehmen.
So, Clive,
Have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Ich nehme Jill.
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
Good luck in Northreach. Try not to get too distracted from the task at hand.
Aha.
Is there something I might assist you with, Clive? I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them.
Aha.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Quinton, der undurchschaubare Besitzer des Galgenbaums, der örtlichen Taverne und gleichzeitig auch der Anführer Kilbricks. Früher war Quinton ein angesehener Justizbeamter in Sunbreak, doch als man ihn auf Befehl des obersten Richters seines Postens beraubte und seine Familie ermordete, begann für ihn ein Rachefeldzug. Er machte sich auf die Suche nach Trägern und Gleichgesinnten, die ihn in seinem Kampf unterstützen würden. Der oberste Richter. Das höchste richterliche Amt der sunbreakischen Justiz. Quinton arbeitete einst unter dem vorherigen Amtsinhaber, der ihn in seinem Feldzug gegen die Korruption in den eigenen Reihen unterstützte. Als Quinton jedoch aufdeckte, dass sein Vorgesetzter aus reinem Vergnügen auf Träger ging und die Unterstützung, die er ihm zukommen ließ, lediglich von seiner eigenen moralischen Verkommenheit ablenken sollte, nahmen die Dinge eine drastische Wendung. Quinton versuchte, den obersten Richter für seine Verbrechen zu belangen, wofür seine gesamte Familie mit dem Leben bezahlen musste. Kilbrück, eine Siedlung im Zentrum Sunbreaks am nordöstlichen Rand des Grenzwalds. Mit dem Bau neuer Straßen geriet das einst belebte Dorf in Vergessenheit und begann zu verfallen, bis Sitz Verbündeter Quinton auftauchte und es zu einer geheimen Zuflucht für Träger machte. Von hier aus rekrutierte er Gleichgesinnte, um sich am obersten Richter von Sunbreak zu rächen. Kein aussichtsloses Unterfangen, denn an Menschen, die unter der Grausamkeit des Mannes gelitten hatten, mangelte es nicht. Doch als der Richter begann, Verdacht zu schöpfen, sandte er Schwarzschilde aus, um Quintons Unterschlupf zu zerstören. Die Enterprise, das mit Mithril-Antrieben ausgestattete Schiff des Verstecks, ein technologisches Wunderwerk, entworfen von Midadol Telamon und ihrem Vater Sidolphus, befindet sich derzeit noch im Bau in einer versteckten Bucht am Stadtrand Canvas. Hä? Nein, noch im Bau. Achso, okay, ne.
Did you learn everything you needed?
So. Weil der zweite Run im Final Fantasy Modus ist dann quasi ja so New Game Plus. Da wird ja alles übernommen, aber der ist halt schwieriger. Aber wenn man hier quasi nochmal alternative Szenen sehen kann, dann ist das natürlich ganz cool. Oh, hier.
Welcome, welcome.
Der Hauch der Erde.
You've a keen eye.
Das kaufe ich mir mal.
And a fine, fine day to you.
There's talk that the Glassgate flood has finally spread to the world.
That'd mean half of Oriflamme's under ether.
Slavers don't even bother with Northreach now that all the hype have fled south.
Keep them pilgers nice and chilled. I won't have you spoiled.
Those Pepio nuts? Can never tell.
Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin in the bushel.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished. They sell everything here at the market. Finding garlic and pepio nuts won't take long.
All anyone ever wants anymore is a water grape. How am I supposed to make a living?
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine.
Knoblauch. Nahrhafte Lauchgewächse sind ein Markenzeichen der klassischen sambrackischen Küche. Daher ist es sogar Tradition, dass der Kaiser Ehrentitel an diejenigen vergibt, die für die Überwachung ihres Anbaus und ihrer Zubereitung in den Schlossküchen verantwortlich sind. Darunter der sogenannte Knoblauchritter.
Keep fighting the good fight.
Offensichtliche Anspielung auf die Zwiebelritter von Final Fantasy III.
How the hell is anyone supposed to afford that price?
What do you want?
Pepionüsse. Die essbare Frucht der Pepio-Pflanze wird von Chocobo-Züchtern geschätzt, auch wenn der Aberglaube, dass sie einen Zuchtvogel zusätzlich Auslauf verleiht, eher auf ihren ansprechenden Rundungen als auf wissenschaftlich nachweisbaren Ergebnissen beruht.
Go on, take it. Good riddance.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while? Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we better be getting back.
I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
Okay. Na dann, gehen wir mal zurück ins Versteck.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Aber ich würde sagen, bevor wir das machen und ihm die Zutaten bringen, ist diese Folge auch schon wieder an ihrem Ende angekommen. Wie es weitergeht, da müsst ihr natürlich einschalten. Also bis dahin, ciao!